Welcome in, everybody. I think we're live. We're going live on Instagram. We're going live on Facebook. We are going live on YouTube, all simultaneously. And as you can see, let me fix the YouTube camera really fast. Got multiple cameras going on. There we go. We're going to move it down just a hair. All right. This is not working great. There we go. All right. So y'all can see a little bit. I have to move it in so that for the sake of audio, for the sake of making sure everything is dialed in. But we're still fixing it. Hang on. Sorry, I thought we had it dialed in ahead of time, but we did not. I have a special guest with me. I have my son. I got EJ. And so I'm super excited to be doing this morning. Good to have my buddy with me. So here's the deal. So I wasn't planning on doing this video today, but I have my son with me, and so he's a little bit sick today. You wouldn't know it by watching him play with the water bottle here, but he's a little bit sick today. And as I was really praying about this, I saw a video pop up, and it was an old video that I did, and it was with the same title. It was "Pardon Me While I Bow." And the title of that really, I was like, what did I even talk about? It was 6 years ago. I couldn't remember. And so it was a long time ago, but I was like, what did I even say? And I rewatched the video that I did. And I felt like I should come back on and give another kind of version of that now that I have this platform, this area to do this. Because back then I didn't really do ministry. I was just literally doing it all online, literally Facebook lives, Instagram lives, just like this. And that's all I would ever do is just stuff like this. And so, and whoever listened, great. Whoever didn't, didn't. Hey, I don't need you to grab the mic though. All right. You're here for my sermon illustration here. So here's the deal. Hey, dude, we're working. All right. So here's the deal. Here's what we got going on. So, pardon me while I bow was a concept that was basically out of the story of Naaman. And Naaman, for the quick version, had leprosy. He gets healed. The prophet Elisha ends up he tells him go dip in the Jordan River, and then he comes back. And here's where I want to get to. He comes back to Elijah, and he gets saved. And he basically does what we would call today the sinner's prayer. Yeah, the sinner's prayer. Yeah, Jesus saved Naaman's life just like he saved ours. So Naaman comes back, does the sinner's prayer, gets himself saved, set free, delivered, all this stuff. But then he looks to the prophet Elisha and he says this to him. He goes, because Naaman was a captain of a pagan army. And so when he comes back, he goes, pardon me. He goes, Jesus, God is the only true God. Yahweh is the one true God. He gives himself to it. He makes a confession of faith. And then he says, but pardon me while I go back into the gods of or to the temple of the gods of my people, and pardon me when I bow to them. Basically saying, I don't mean it when I bow to them, but I'm going to go ahead and do it anyway because it's what's culturally accepted. It's what's culturally the right thing to do. And as a captain, as a centurion in the army, it's what I'm supposed to do, is what everyone expects of me. So this is what I'm going to do. And so he tells Elisha, I trust your God. Your God healed me, and your God is the only one who could heal me. And so I believe he is the only God, the one true God. Every other God is an idol, but even though it's an idol, I'm going to go worship it. And it's such a crazy thought process to look at that and be like, how did he manage to get here? What led him to this place of being in that position to make that decision and make such a wild statement? Like I couldn't believe it when I was thinking about it, when I was reading it. I remember reading it 6 years ago and just being like, what are we talking about here? And so I say that to say this. It's easy for us to be like, who would do such a thing? What a selfish guy. And the answer to that, and this is what I said in that video, who would do such a thing? I would. You would. We all would. And we're all guilty of this. God, I love you. God, I'll give my all to you, except for that one thing that I wanted to keep for myself, except for that secret sin that I've been hiding from everybody, except for whatever your idol is. We're all guilty of doing this thing where we're like, God, you are the one true God. I believe you. I trust you. You're my everything, except like not my everything, just kind of most of my things, because I need these things. I need this. I need my family. I need my finances to be right. I need that nice car. I need to have all this free time. I need a great job. But God, my job is great. I could never leave my job. How could you ask me to quit my job? But God, that person, they're a good friend. Yeah, you're just drinking. Okay, you're just drinking my water. Awesome. It's really hard, by the way, to do a live stream with your 1 year old here. But here's why I wanted to bring him on and have him on camera for this. Not just because he's in the office with me. Yeah, you. I know you're the superstar today, but not just because he's in the office with me. Did I want to do this? Yeah, and it's not such a mic. But I brought him in to say this because 6 years ago, when I did that video, I wasn't a father. I wasn't a husband. I was just a single dude who was doing Facebook Live videos just to try to reach whatever people I had any influence on. Yeah. And I was not in this position. I have a little different perspective now, 6 years later, on this concept. Because when I say, pardon me, God, while I go bow to idols, and when I say, pardon me, while I go carry secret sin, and when I say, pardon me, Lord, I love you, but I got this thing I got to handle. There's a lot of pastors have said it. My pastors have said it. That's where I heard it. But my pastors say, whatever you tolerate, your children will accept and they will embrace it as a good thing. The thing that I'm tolerating is something that he one day will be like, you know what? It's a good thing. I'm like, it's a bad thing, but you know what? I can just live with it. Just pornography every here and there. It's a bad thing, but just a little bit over here and there. It's toleration of sin, and it's something that we all struggle with. But whether it's pornography, whether it's alcohol, drugs, whether it's pride, whether it's gossip, whether it's whatever. But I say all to say, we struggle with this. Oh, I'll just tolerate it. It's just a little bit of this. It's a little bit of sin. It's a little bit of a problem. And yet, what he does, and what the future generations and the kids to come, they'll take that and say, "Here, let me give you your water." They'll take that toleration and say, "Oh, well, Dad did it, and it was good for Dad. Dad still walked in the anointing. Dad still prayed in tongues. Dad still prophesied. Dad still saw people get up out of wheelchairs and do miracles. So you know what? If he could do a little bit of pornography, why can't I do a lot? And if he could do a little bit of gossip, and if he could just have a little bit of pride, then what? Pride didn't slow him down. Who cares? What's the problem? And your toleration and your balance. Ooh, EJ, dude, you're knocking over my stuff. Oh, it's a wild time in here. But the toleration of sin and your bowing to secret sin is we look at these babies as cute and adorable and like they're not even paying attention. They don't even know. They're not even picking up on it. Like they are picking up on everything and we have no idea sometimes. So I just wanted to bring that to you guys. Short video, looking like 8 minutes, 9 minutes, something like that. But I wanted to talk about the concept. Pardon me while I bow is very dangerous. And it's dangerous to your personal life. But more importantly, it's dangerous to these. It's dangerous to the little ones. And Jesus's words were very strong on that topic. Jesus made the statement. He said, anyone who would harm one of these little ones, it is better for a millstone to be hung around his neck and to be thrown into the sea. So even if it's your son, your daughter, your niece, your nephew, if your toleration is leading them into a lifestyle of sin, then it's better for you to have a millstone hung around your neck and thrown into a sea. And those are Jesus' words. So I brought my son on to reteach an old concept that I've taught in the past, but it's vital. And this was number one, very hard to preach with him sitting on my lap. But I just want to talk and help some parents understand, help some single people understand. Maybe you're single right now. Maybe you are single right now, but one day you will have a wife, a husband. One day you will have kids. One day you will have grandkids. And what you tolerate now, they will embrace later. So you have to make a choice. And today is a good day to get rid of sin. And today is a good day to get rid of toleration and no longer bow to idols. All right. That's my whole thing. That's all I had today. EJ, you got anything else you want to say? A little bit. Yeah. All right. Well, this wrestling match is over. This sermon is over. Thank you guys for tuning in. I just wanted to give y'all a little snippet of what the Lord has been kind of speaking to me and how the Lord has been dealing with me today. And we have to deal with the secret stuff. We have to deal with the pride. We have to deal with the arrogance. We have to deal. I mean, there's just so much there. And I'm probably going to do a few episodes coming up on this, but we have to deal with our internal stuff. We have to look inwardly and take an axe to the root of all the things that are not of God in this time. With that being said, I love y'all. EJ loves y'all. My wife loves y'all. The Legacy Drywall, the company sponsoring us, loves y'all. And we just wanted to give y'all this. And we pray that it blesses. Yeah. You love them? Yeah. Okay. There we go. There you go. Y'all heard it straight from the horse's mouth. EJ loves y'all. With that being said, we will see y'all very, very soon. Make sure to tune in. We got an episode coming up next week with Jamie Mackins. It was so good. Finishing up the editing and the post-production work. It'll be up on Monday. And make sure you don't miss that. Love you guys. We'll see you very, very soon. All right, that's the end. Good job, buddy. Whoa.